Thank you, Scott. And it's a pleasure to be here tonight. It's sort of awkward talking about yourself. I spend a lot of time on the Senate floor talking about issues. I actually feel pretty comfortable talking about issues, less comfortable talking about myself. I want to start just by commenting, I don't know the representatives, Ryan and Tim, nearly as well as I know your state senator, Bob Gray. But I've worked very closely with Bob for now 5 years, and I really want to thank the Hughes County Republicans for sending him to the Senate. He's been an absolute delight to work with. He's a tower of strength, serves as our president pro tem, which is more or less kind of equivalent to the Speaker of the House, although I laughed. Tim Ray told somebody that his job was, he does what Dennis Dugard does, and he does what Bob Gray does. But anyway, I think Bob has really been a strong asset, and it's a wonderful thing that you've given us here in the Senate. He's going to be a wonderful leader for our party. I've spent 3 years or 4 years, somewhere in between those two numbers, of my life in Pierre. But probably many of you don't know me or don't know me very well. I thought I would give just a little quick biography. I grew up in Yankton, South Dakota, 0 to 18 there. I went to college at Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, received a full tuition scholarship to New York University Law School, then came back here in 1975. When I was in college and law school, I always came back to South Dakota and worked somewhere in South Dakota, but for 4 summers here in Pierre for various state agencies. Was fortunate enough to meet my wife Dee, who is here tonight with me, who's a native of Blunt. She interned in state government the same year that one summer when I was also an intern, and that's where we met, so Pierre is always near and dear to my heart. And she's the proud owner of the newest housing unit in Blunt, where she has built her retreat cottage, where she can relax much better than she can relax in Sioux Falls. In 1975, when I came back to South Dakota, I went to work for the Davenport law firm in Sioux Falls. I haven't shown a lot of imagination in my employment career because I still work there 34 years later. I did take two leaves of absence to serve as Chief of Staff to Governor Janklow in the 1995 and the 1999 sessions at the start of his 3rd and 4th administrations, and those were very enjoyable, dramatic time periods for me. I enjoyed that service very much. Our youngest son graduated from high school, and so Dee and I were empty nesters 7 years ago, and some of our friends have said we had a dramatic reaction to empty nest syndrome as Dee ran for the city council and I ran for the state senate. And we both won, so as luck has it, our entire family will be term limited in the same year. I was been elected to the state senate 4 times. I've served as the majority leader for the past 3 years. That's been a great pleasure for me, and I've found that role to be very challenging and rewarding, and a great opportunity to have a positive impact on the public policy of South Dakota. I'm very proud of the actions the state senate has done in the past 3 years. I think we've done an excellent job of representing the people of South Dakota. In terms of why are you running, I think we have to be realistic that we're facing deep challenges in South Dakota. We got really some very tough times ahead of us. Even though the national recession typically doesn't hit us as hard, we're seeing recession-type events for the first time. We had one company in Sioux Falls close with 600 jobs. That's a staggering number for South Dakota, a staggering number for Sioux Falls. We've never experienced that in the 35 years I've lived in Sioux Falls, a job closing that large. I suspect if you totaled up all the job closings we've had in Sioux Falls, we're well over 1,000 jobs lost. So this is very difficult times, and I think it's going to require very strong leadership, active leadership. I think it's going to require people that are focused on solving problems and willing to confront issues. And I think that that's what I believe my record has shown in the state legislature. I feel like the experience of the last 7 years, and especially the last 3 years, in the trenches on the front lines of state policy will enable me, give me the background to be the best choice for governor. And I think it's very important that we have a approach for a very efficient, effective government that actually works. Thank you.